Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the series. Just right off the bat, I just want to thank everyone who's been watching these videos and giving me good suggestions and constructive criticism. So yeah, I just want to thank all you guys for the support. So in this video, we're going to be looking at Bruma for the last time. But interestingly, this past weekend he's gone with a change of formation to a 4-3-3-4 with the cam and the two wide central midfielders. And he's gone with a Turkish team, so a pretty average team, and he did phenomenally well with it. So we're going to be looking at how it varies in game, what exploits there are, and what you can do to get the best out of this tactic. I'll post the tactics and the play instructions in the comments, so yeah, just check it out there. If you haven't watched the past videos, I suggest you do, because I go over a lot of the key concepts which we're going to be using here and expanding on them with some new key concepts. So yeah, let's get started. So we have a goal kick here. Straight away we go to press the ball with Bruma's default tactic of pressing aggressively. So we can see here, before the opponent even gets the ball, we switch players. So we go to press. Nothing comes of it. It moves on here. Nothing happens, and now we slow it down. As Bruma comes to press with his left back, he has to jockey back as there's no one covering behind there. And now we come to our first point of discussion. Here we can see there's two up front here against the three at the back. Effectively, it's a free at the back, and if you've seen in past videos, he's very happy defending 1v1. If he has a player spare, he's always going to press aggressively, even if it means breaking his back line in this case. So he tries to press, gets the ball, and now if you look at the minimap now, we can see this is our first key concept. You can see the two players I've highlighted in green, that's the two wingers. If you can see that the fullbacks are quite close to them. If you look at past videos, the difference here is that the wingers keep the fullbacks much wider than they are in a 4-1-2-1-2. So which basically means that our front two, our cam and our central striker, have more space to operate and attack the two centre backs. So it moves on. Our wide midfielder moves forward, he gets the ball, and now we create our first overload essentially, where it's 3 versus 2. In order to break his two centre backs, we're going to have to engage one of them. And you can see our cam and our central striker are going to be making runs forward. So we need to run forward to try and engage one of these strikers. So we move forward, try to engage him. And now we can see finally he moves his centre back out. Straight away our striker is moving inside and the fullback's left for dead. And he moves forward and doesn't get successful there, but comes back out and he scores. We're in transition again. And once again we stop it. If we look at the minimap, the same situation. So once again we want to try and pass it quick up to our cam to try and make things happen here. So it comes to him, and we can see immediately we have two options here. Our striker running in behind, and our wing is starting to run in behind too. But here, in order to pick the right decision, we need to be looking at, number one, the two defenders that I've highlighted. You can see the centre back is moving towards the defender, but their left back is standing still at the minute. So which means our winger has a head start, and also the distance between the attacker and the defenders. We can see the striker here is very close to the defender, whereas the winger, there's some space. So whenever this pops up with the cam, which will happen frequently, if the distance is bigger with the winger and the left back, it's best to put a through ball to the winger. So yeah, that's exactly what we do here, and it comes through to him, and we move it on now. Here we have another scenario. This is another pattern of play where essentially we're going to be using our wide midfielder to try and get our star man there, which I've highlighted, Schneider in this case, in some free space. Here we can see our winger gets the ball, he's pulled the fullback out wide, which created space in the middle, but we can see on the mini-map our right back is in support here, and we are going to have to often get our fullback in support to create the space in the middle. So we pass it here, and our wide midfielder gets it like we said. And now you see this happens time and time again, where once our wide midfielder gets it, the opponent has to go and press, which is going to create space for Schneider. So we pass it to Schneider here, and now we have options. We have some space. We can obviously take a shot on if we want to, but if we have a look here, what I've mentioned in the past video about breaking two centre backs, this is exactly what's happened here. The two players in the box, which is one of our wingers and the striker, have occupied the two defenders, and they've lost their line, meaning the attacker closest to us is going to make a run forward, so we can either make that pass or we can take the shot on in this case, and he scores. It's a good goal. Anyway, move it on now. Once again in transition, win the ball back, and once again I've highlighted our key man and our wide midfielder. As you can see here, he's a bit behind the play, so he's going to be getting forward here, but again we need to be looking for Schneider. The defender comes out to engage him, which creates more space for our cam, and again once again he's in space. He doesn't take a shot on this time, he passes to the striker and we finish it off. Okay, so this is one of the weaknesses to the formation, because I mentioned before, while our cam and our strike have more space, it's harder to fashion these overloads. So in a lot of the cases, Bruma will use a bit of skill, and if you employ this tactic, you're going to have to be good at using your initiative and using a bit of skill every now and again to get past players. Anyway, the next one is in transition again, and once again we can see the same thing. The two opposition fullback are high up the pitch and far away from the centre back. So he passes Snyder here and space appears, so he passes up to Eto. Eto does a bit of skill and he scores a good goal. Okay, in transition again, and I've highlighted the minimap once again. You can see the fullbacks are wide, which leaves space in the middle. On this occasion he can't pass it quick enough. Anyway, takeaways from this video. So the 4-3-3-4 provides better defensive cover than the 4-1-2-1-2. I haven't really showed too much example of this, but just trust me on this one. But this comes at a cost because we create, like I said, less overload situations, less 3v2s like we do in his previous tactic. When we do create an overload, we need to use our wide midfield to create space for the cam and the central striker. So yeah, just go back, watch the videos, and you'll start, if you employ this tactic, you'll start noticing this pattern come up over and over and over again. So yeah, like I showed you with that clip where Bruma employs a nice bit of skill, we need to be better in the 2 versus 2. Because our cam and our central striker have more space to operate in, we need to be a bit cuter with our movements, because we're going to be 1v1, and if we can draw them towards us, if we can beat them, we're normally going to be through on goal. So the key to this tactic is basically finding our cam in space and using our other players to generate space for our cam, which will leave him open in a lot of times for a shot outside on the edge of the box, or to pass it to one of our strikers in the box. Right, so that's the end. I've tried to be a bit short in this video to, take some of you guys' suggestions and comments on board. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.